Well, thank you for that wonderful speech, and I want to, we have time for just about 2 or 3 questions from tribal members or students up here, because I think it's important for everybody else to hear the conversations between Native leaders as well. So if there are any questions from the tribal audience or students here as well, please raise your hand, and Captain Lynn will be so kind as to bring the mic over.
Okay, I gotta say a couple things I promised to say. So first of all, we have this really great event tomorrow night. And we have an event tomorrow during the day. That is at Lane Community College between 3 and 5. 4000 East 30th Street, and that is the film The Doctrine of Discovery. And then, and so what did I do with that one thing here? We're having a big fundraiser tomorrow night for Honor the Earth and for the work at the opposing the Dakota Access Pipeline. Here it is. Oh, thank God. Chad Wilkins Trio Water Protectors Benefit Concert. That is at World Pies. Is that what it's called? All right, 7 o'clock. I'm going to be at this. Seems like a really cool thing. 7 o'clock at World Pies tomorrow night. So everybody come and hang out. That's a benefit for water protectors and for Honor the Earth. And then last couple things I just want to say is I brought about 20 of my latest book. I'll give you one. And then we have some rice, but we're going to sell that after. So I have to say that. Now we have some questions, but I have to make those PSAs before.
Okay. Tatsklawit, Makis Katsiayao, Inamas Mini, Sierra Green, Inamas Mini Group. Thank you very much for being here. My name is Sierra Green. I'm a first woman, and I had the honor of listening to you last night and tonight, and I know what I would say if I was up on stage, but I want to give you the opportunity to also share this message for others to hear. In a room full of enlightened people, how can we go forward and inspire and empower our youth and our coworkers and the people who aren't in this room with us and may not be on the same page? So how can we go forward? And there's a lot to think about with education reform, but in our own communities and our everyday lives, how can we empower our youth?
You know, I want to encourage you all in what you're doing to find your beauty and to find your power. You know, all of us, because, you know, in our communities, you know, there is such a wellspring upon which to draw. And we draw on that if we are grounded. And so we need to be really well grounded. And then we need other people to support us in this work. And, you know, now is really the time. To me, one of the most important things to think about, you know, because it is really a time that, as Sitting Bull said, we must, you know, put our minds together. We must all put our minds together. This is not the time to be islands of political correctness unto ourselves. This is not the time to be divided in all our little special, you know, this is the time to figure out how to work much stronger together, Native and non-Native, and as Native people together, and support each other in our communities, you know. I mean, I know what lateral oppression looks like and feels like. I've been there. You know, and it is past that. And so just know that you are loved by your elders. And that, you know, we are just full of hope and love for you in the time ahead. And we have, you know, we fully believe that you guys got this.
Caleen. I'm the leader of the Wintu people, and watching the Dakota Access Pipeline atrocities to many, many people. But many of the people from California are going out there, people from Hawaii that I know personally are being maced or being hit with rubber bullets. And one of the things that I'm trying to do now is, because of the things that you talked about the spirit beings, our connection to this land, that the harm that has to happen isn't those rubber bullets. It isn't the mace. it's that connecting us in that strength of way to continue to stand there, continue to go there, and like these students are saying, is that we have to keep one foot right next to that corn, right next to that water, right next to that salmon, and know that because salmon gave us the voice, we've got to continue to speak. But prayers is a big thing, and so we're going out there and hopefully help those who have gotten hit, those who have fallen, to help stand them back up. You know, and getting into protocol, because I'm not from there, but my people are there, and getting the right to come in and hold ceremony in our way for these people, and finding who is it that you talk to, who is it that you go to. You know, we're sending out requests, and some folks are trying to help us do this, but you know, we're not used to 7 degrees weather, you know, and what kind of firewood, you know, that kind of thing. But what I guess my thing is that not only, like you were saying, not only do we need coats, but we need meat, and we need, you know, all kinds of things to be able to stand up. But we also, I think, need prayers from wherever they can come from, because what those folks are going through, our defenders, are getting, you know, treated in a way that they're not going to be the same when they come home. They're not going to be the same. They're not the same now. And so we have to do those dances, we have to sing those songs, and to help them in that way. And so just asking you, you know, to help us get through to the right people, if you can. Oh,
I just want to thank you for that, Caleen, and you know, I'll you know, of course, I will talk to you about, you know, who. But you know, for those of you who go out there, please do be self-sufficient. You know, and I also encourage non-Indian people to go to Bismarck and to talk to the non-Indian people there. Like, come and support us at the camp, but then also go to this town, because the people of North Dakota, they are not all racist. They are not all haters, but they are self-silencing, and they are afraid to speak out. And so the more people that look like them, that come from other places, like church people, you know, go talk to them, you know, and say, time to stand up. This is your Selma moment. Time to stand up, North Dakota. You know, and that's what it is. It's North Dakota's Selma moment. And so be present for them, you know. And then for the Native people, that is right. You know, I have a niece, nephew, 2 staff, you know, been arrested, strip searched, you know, attempt to humiliate, you know, a lot of my people. And they're, you know, they are very strong people. You know, 2 thoughts on that is, when people return from that, you're right. They need ceremony. You know, I feel like I myself, veteran of domestic wars. That's what they are. They are veterans of domestic wars. So honor them as such. You know, and there are a lot of people here that are similarly veterans of these domestic wars, you know. So honor their courage like that. And then just, you know, reaffirm it. Because in court, a couple of weeks ago, I heard 2 things. One, Lakota guy in court only speaks Lakota. I think he followed that Hawaiian case of Mauna Kea that Pua told us, right? Only speaks Lakota. The judge says to him, sir, the language of this court is Lakota. His response, the language of this territory. No, she said, the language of this court is English. He said, the language of this territory is Lakota. Second guy stands up. She says, how do you plead? He's only talking Blackfeet. She says, how do you plead to the charge of trespassing? He says, not trespassing stolen land. Right? So I'm saying, and then she says, how do you plead to the charge of rioting? He says, praying is not rioting. And I think you saw that. I think there was 150 people that had the felony charges dismissed against them this last Thursday or Friday, right? Y'all see that? That's right. So stand with our people. Stand with our people. And if you come there, be self-sufficient and be spiritually strong. Do not come to us for spiritual support. You need to support us.
can I have Chief Brainerd and Naomi Strausser come? Naomi Strausser is representing Lakota Oyate Ki, which is the Native Men's Society at the Oregon State Penitentiary. So she, on behalf of the Tribal Liaison's Office at the University of Oregon, is going to give this gift to Winona LaDuke. Chief Miigwech, thank you so much for coming. On behalf of all of the Chief Brainerd.
In our tradition of giving, you have gifted us with the wisdom and guidance and education, and we must return it. So in our tradition, I'd like to give you this